Well, welcome back to the Rhonda Effect podcast. And if you're watching by YouTube, welcome back to the Rhonda Effect YouTube channel. Today's topic is one that I get asked questions all the time. First, it's a little warm out here. I just got finished grass therapy and I had an incredible download. What is grass therapy, you're asking? Well, it's me cutting the grass. But it's in those mindless moments is when I get the downloads. But I am warm and I need a little sip first of my matcha. Cold matcha cools me down. Okay, so the question I get asked all the time is, how do I tap into my intuition? How do I connect with my spirit guides? How do I connect with spirit? How do I connect with spirit animals? And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help teach and equip you to tap in to a world you cannot see, the spirit world. That connection with God, source, the universe is so important in our lives that once you start down that road and tapping in, you will hunger for it and it will become a natural state for you to continually connect. Oh, see, even Diesel. Diesel, perfect timing. Thank you for saying that. Yes, that is when you start to build that connection. It is something that you're going to crave all the time. Okay, so what is it that stops us from doing or having this connection, your intuition? But let me back up a little bit. Your intuition is that gut, that inner knowing. And that is what connects you with spirit. It's like this rope. The more you build your intuitive muscle, the stronger your connection gets with spirit. But there's something that stops us. And that's what I like. And most people know it as the monkey mind. The monkey mind is where you have all these thoughts going in. They're going in a million different directions. You have, people or kids coming at you and asking you many questions. You've got deadlines to meet. You've got, dinner to cook. You have so much going on in your brain. The monkey mind. We've all experienced it. There isn't one person that can say, I don't have a monkey mind. Yes, everybody does. That we're just humans. We get bombarded with so much information every single day. But you need the tools to calm that monkey mind. That monkey mind also is where you make these rash decisions. Intuition is where your subconscious is. That's where you need to tap into. Okay, so go with me here. You need to silence the monkey mind. How do you do that? I get that question asked a lot. How do I calm my mind? I don't know how to do it. Meditation isn't working. I just don't know how. Do something that like I do. I mean, you don't have to do what I exactly do, but I cut the grass. Physically, I'm moving my body, but my mind is being silenced. Go for a walk in nature. Just use the energy of nature to quieten your mind. I'll guarantee you'll quiet. If you go by yourself, perfect. If you go with others, just make a rule that there's no talking. Even if it's for 10 minutes. You'll start to really enjoy the silence. A few weeks ago, I was up north and I needed to quieten my mind. I was wrestling with God and it's something I needed to do. If you haven't, go listen to episode 21. I think you'll be surprised at what's going on. I'm just like everyone else. I too have a monkey mind that goes, but I have the tools to be able to quiet my mind. So you can too. Cut the grass like I do. Go for a walk in nature. Listen to, you can listen to classical music. You can listen to any music that doesn't have that energetic beat. Because once you listen to that, your mind's going to keep going. You need to quieten your mind. So it's in the silence is where you will get the connection. Going back to my story of being up north a few weeks ago, I went out on my boat, my pontoon boat, because I needed that time. I needed that space to be able to quiet my monkey mind, to figure out what God was saying to me. What I came away from that was there was something big coming. There was some big things going to be happening. I still didn't know what it was. Thank you, Diesel. I still didn't know what it was. Actually, I'm sensing that, yes, I did know what it was. I just needed to talk it out. Thank you, Spirit. That's what happens. That was a sidebar. I needed to figure out what this big thing and why, how could I trust God? That was all about trusting God and believing that the dreams in me were reality. But getting back to trusting your intuition, connecting with your spirit guides, quietening the mind, the monkey mind. And when you start to quieten your mind, you will feel, you will sense, you will see, you will sometimes taste, you will hear. Your sentience, or not sentience, your clairs will start to open up. Clairvoyancy, clairsentience, clairgustas, clairaudient, and claircognate. You will start to develop these clairs. And I apologize if I spoke them incorrectly, but they're the clairs. Okay, so when you quieten in your monkey mind, you're able to allow that connection to develop, and you will crave it. Absolutely crave it. So when you quiet your mind, set an intention of all you want to do is quieten your mind so you can hear the voice of God, source, universe, your angels, archangels, spirit guides, spirit animals. I'm going to give you a story. I'm not going to give you a story. I'm going to tell you a story. How Diesel came to be. We had just lost our wolfhound mix. His name was Kobe, and he's very close to us. And it was really heart-wrenching. I'm not going to say it wasn't heart-wrenching for my husband, because it was, but I'm talking about me. And when we made the decision that it was time that he transition into the other side, that was like a gut punch, like I've never felt before. I instantly saw signs of him, and which comforted me. But it was during the time of quietening my monkey mind, because I was going through grief. But I intentionally quiet my mind, and that's when I saw a vision. I saw a vision of a white puppy, and I could literally feel him, hold him, sense him, see him. And I told my husband, after this meditation and the vision that I was given by Spirit, that we will be getting a white dog, a white puppy. Well, my husband decided to take it upon himself to look on the internet, find all kinds of dogs, wanting to bring them home. None of them were white. None of them. I kept saying to him, it's not him. It's not the right dog. So it was at Christmas time that again he is very sensitive to energy, and he also knows, which he says he's not, but I say he's intuitive and connected to spirit. I mean, how could he not be being around me? Like he is. So he was on the internet and he was looking again, and up popped this no, this it wasn't even a notification. It was an ad, I guess, on Kijiji for Great Pyrenees. Now, we had no idea what a Great Pyrenees was, never had one, never researched one. And there was pictures, but they weren't really good pictures. So my husband said, "Can we come see the pups?" And the person said, "Absolutely, you can come on Boxing Day." Well, remember, this is Christmas. Actually, it was Christmas Eve. So we were coming on Boxing Day. My husband didn't come with us because he knew that if he got there and saw them, he'd want them all. So my neighbor and I went, and we pull up to this farm. It was really, really nice farm. And there was Diesel's dad. Now, Diesel's dad was a massive Great Pyrenees. He must have weighed at least 150 pounds. He was this big old, you know, horse, pretty much. And what happened was really cool. So, and his name is Duke. So Duke stood in front of my neighbor, so my neighbor could not enter the barn. I was the only one allowed in. Now, he wasn't vicious. He just was blocking her way. And she's a dog trainer, so she understands the dog language. So she's like, he's not letting me in. You go in. And when he finally decides, I'll come in. If not, I'll go back in the car. I said, okay. So I go in, and this lady has two Great Pyrenees puppies on this, it's not a shelf, but at this table. There's two of them. And I looked at both. They look identical. They're white. And I'm like, okay, they are pure white. This one puppy gives me a little kiss on my hand. The other one didn't want anything to do with me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my sign. That's my sign, God. Thank you. So as I'm looking this puppy over and, just squeezing him, oh my gosh, my heart was instantly melting. I happened to look at his belly, and his belly has a heart, a freckle that is in shape of a heart. And I pretty much broke down in tears. This was him. This is, she put the little collar on, signifying that this was our choice. So not only did we receive Diesel, born on our wedding anniversary, he's white. He is the love of our life. He has a heart, a freckle on his belly that is in the shape of a heart. And anyone who knows me, even if you don't, I'm going to tell you, hearts are my symbol. I see them everywhere. And when I see them, I know spirit is with me. And it was incredible. And that's how Diesel came to be. And that is when my monkey mind quietened down through grief, that Diesel was brought into our lives. I know Diesel's brought in for a purpose. He is everything. He calms me when I'm agitated or sad. He brings so much joy to my life, and my husband's life as well. But that's the kind of thing that can happen when you quieten your mind and you hear from spirit. You strengthen your intuitive muscle, so that connection is strong. And I know, getting back to Kobe, I know Kobe's around. I can feel him. And that's a spirit animal. How about you? Do you ever have those times when you're connecting and your mind is quiet, you're connecting, you have a vision or a sense, a knowing, and then something then comes to be? How amazing is that? That is what I love to help people with. I love to teach people how to connect with their intuition, their spirit guides, their angels, their archangels, their spirit animals. I love that. That lights me up. I want to know something from you. I want you to tell me, because I love people giving me feedback. I want you to tell me one thing while you were connecting and you quieten your mind, what you were told, who you connected with. I want to know that. I seriously want to know that. If you're having trouble connecting, if you're having trouble quietening your mind, I also get people say, I don't have, I never hear or see or any. Yes, you do. You just need to quieten your mind because you will find that connection. Don't let the monkey mind rule you. Don't let the monkey mind tell you that you can't connect, you don't hear this voice, you don't see anything, you don't have time for this. Don't let that inner critic of your monkey mind stop you from building that trust and that belief with a world you cannot see. Because once you, like I said, once you tap into that, you will crave for more. Okay, so on that note, drop me a line, drop me a note in the comments. I want to know, are you able to connect? Are you able to just quiet your monkey mind? If you're not, let me know. We need to talk. Until next time, look for signs, trust your intuition, and build that connection with spirit. Your life will change. It's amazing.